Good evening, ladies and Oh, for God's sake. It's just a name.
Unknown transforming robot. It's probably shit, but if I just bet a quid, it really won't matter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, back from another Transformer Transformation Review thingy. And it is, of course, very close to the big day. You remember whenever you were like 12 or 13, probably a bit younger, but not for me because I always collected toys. Always collected toys. Always collected toys. Even my late teens. Always collected toys. Do you remember when you were young? So I'm going to say probably 10, 9, 10, 11. And it was the night before Christmas. You just couldn't sleep. I know I was that soldier. I mean, it still happens to me on occasion if I know I'm getting something really awesome. So it's a bit like that. And in 2 weeks' time, in 2 short weeks, in a fortnight, in 14 days, in old money, it's going to all be over. And you know what I'm talking about. Hence the, oh, look at these, dirty knees. Hence the wearing of the green, because that is the official colour of Auto Assembly. That's my fault. It is officially also my fault that green t-shirts, people are wearing them akimbo. And Dave Immense never mentioned it the other night, but there you go, it doesn't matter. So I'm doing an Auto Assembly favourite, but should I say a bit more about Auto Assembly? No, not really. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm selling all kinds of shit from all over the place. All the stuff that I have lying in boxes and just never really loved especially or anything like that. I'm just getting rid of it because I want to take all my money to Auto Assembly because I want to buy drinks for people and for myself and feed myself and buy plastic. It's just going to be great. And it'll be over in 2 weeks' time. We'll all be heading home. Or maybe we'll all be having a really, really good go of it for one final time. Actually, it's probably more to the point. Auto Assembly favourite. I'll tell you for why. This chap. Oh, by the way, Optimus Maximus is available now on Target.com. If you want that piece of shit, you know, feel free. Have you seen it? It looks like a coat hanger. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Not a bit. I'm actually quite angry. Can you tell? Not pleased. But this is a very nice thing. And the reason I'm showing you it is because I'm addressing all the people coming to Auto Assembly and all you lucky people who were happy and fortunate enough to get this the first time around. Because it's becoming a little bit like gold plastic. I meant gold dust. Same thing. This was given to me by the redoubtable George Exaggerated Elegy because one of his very many and significant and profound talents is his ability to buy really good presents, to get you really good presents, to get you presents that you didn't even know that you really wanted. Yeah, so this is one of these things. He's very good at that. So, Blackout, of course. Now, you've seen the movie Blackout, and of course, he is an homage. That's a nice. I always wanted to say here's a samwage. Here's a samwage to the movie Blackout. Now we're not getting a breakdown, unfortunately. Fucking hell. This is Hasbro in their wisdom. You know, this may change, but going as we go to press, we're not getting Voyager breakdown or Gaia Unicron. It's unfortunate, but I'm sure there's some reason. I would love to know exactly why. You know, if they even explain to us. The reason is this, or you know, it's quite kind of legalistic, or for whatever reason. I really would like to know, but we're not getting a breakdown, so we'll have to get the Takara import, which is fine. But I tell you what, I don't want stickers. I'd rather have paint apps. I'd rather have paint apps every time. My Auto Assembly list has changed, by the way. I now only want 3 things, especially. So I'll tell you what they are. Maybe next time. This is a very nice figure. Blackout. Shall I give you a little bit of BG? Not enough to do any harm. Let me see if I've got anything opened up significantly here. Blackout. Oh, sorry, I'm up here. Is a monstrous brute of titanic proportions, larger than any other Decepticon. Now, this is obviously in the animated continuity. And you can stress that word in any way you like at all. Because obviously there are Decepticons bigger than him. Scorponok, you know, Triptychon. Few have survived an encounter with his hulking behemoth. Love that word. And lived to tell a tale. But those who have survived have added the story to Decepticon lore, which tells of him single-handedly obliterating vast numbers of Omega Sentinels before finally falling himself at the Great War's end. Grand. That's enough. That's enough. Any more, and I'll start to get a little bit sick. Where am I going? The one I want is that iMovie. There I am. So that's why we wear the green. Very, very nice bot. These don't spin, you know. Well, they do spin, you know, but they actually catch on this thing. They catch quite significantly. I say significantly, but they're not catching now. They were catching. Oh, why does that happen? I was spinning it previously, and it just kept going stop. It just kept stopping whenever the blades caught there. Anyway, but what I want, a little trigger there, and they pull that, and the ship moves. There we go. Spins around. Doesn't happen. Doesn't matter. Now, like I say, he wasn't available on the mass market because he was at the Takara only, at the Takara exclusive, and that's where he came from. He is a slightly altered Decepticon sigil. Decepticon? Anybody? Decepticon sigil. Let me see if I can tell you what that is exactly. Decepticon Heavy Brigade, apparently. That's what that, you know, it's just basically a Decepticon symbol with a little circle around it. Decepticon Heavy Brigade. Heavy Brigade sounds like it might be a Decepticon. It would be a Minicon, I think, Heavy Brigade. They always have these big hulking names for such a tiny little fiddly little bit of plastic. Very, very nice, but it's a helicopter. I'm always going to like a helicopter, even really shitty ones like Universe World. I'm going to love a helicopter every time, and this is a very nice helicopter. There's a firing mechanism here, but I wouldn't recommend it in this mode. It's much better kept for the other mode. Isn't he just a nice thing? He is a very, very nice thing. Voyager class, obviously. Nice bit of plastic. This is when plastic started to get a little bit thinner and lighter. Just when it started. Just whenever they thought about it. Nice bit of plastic. Take this off. We are transforming it, as you can tell. Look at this. I love that. You see this whole shit here going down like that? It's good stuff. Now, I do have movie Blackout. We all bought movie Blackout because he was one of the first. He was the first wave of Voyagers. I think he was. But I also have Whirl, who's the repaint. And Whirl is also a nice bot to have. Now, what you do, this is a cool thing. This is going to attach to there like that. And we get that little shit going on. Now, I thought this popped back, but it doesn't. What we do then is open up the side like that, and he's nearly there. It's such a simple transformation. What's really wonderful about this guy is his hands. His hands are so characterful. He's got really cool fingers. And he's only got 2 fingers and a thumb, but he's not lacking for articulation in the slightest. Now, what the instructions neglect to mention is the fact that you can put these little bad boys down like that. And then we're just going to fold the wing blades down. He does look an awful lot like movie Blackout. Really, really good. He's based apparently the look, his face is based on, what's the guy's name? Wilford Brimley. And I've had a look at him, and he really does look like this guy called Wilford Brimley. What else is going to happen? Just going to peg these in. There's a little bit of pegging going on there like that. Yes. There he is. These guys are going to move nicely. He is just a lovely little bot. These will fold. I think it's the case, isn't it? They will fold all the way to the rear if you want them. No, not quite. Not quite. Sorry, I'm making that up. The other cool thing is we're going to re-engage with this bad boy here. Very, very nice little thing. Shortly. This is the course that the Takara released because there is no Hasbro release, which is unfortunate. Now have a look at his face. That's why we like him. That's what we really like about this bot. Like the way 2 very, very separate parts of his torso here, they attach to form this very coherent, nice little bit of gold plastic rather. Gold colored, excuse me. Thank you very much. There's his hand. Nicely. It's just, he's got kind of a Dr. Claw evil thing going on. And we'll take this bad boy. What you do is you fold the hand all the way back in where it was previously. You just put that away. I'll turn that around 180 degrees. And then this thing reattaches here. Where is it? It reattaches like, if I can remember, yeah, like that. So he's got this big old firing mechanism. You see that what it actually is, this disc will fire out. And whenever you pull this thing back, trigger goes all the way like that. Where's it gone? Has it gone very far? No, I'll rescue it. 1 second. Looks a bit like a serrated pizza. Do you know, if you ever had one of those, they're not very nice. Let me see if I can find out what it's called. Disc. Accessory disc. So he is an auto assembly favorite because you wouldn't have found him on the shelves. Not in the UK and not in the States. You would have had to send all the way to Japan for him or imported them from somewhere. Lots of people have an almost complete animated line. This guy is one of the ones that's usually absent. Now, you may have the hot rod and you may have the RC and you may have that Bumblebee and the little submersible thing, whatever. Bumblebee, schmumblebee. But if you don't have this guy, your animated collection just isn't complete because he's very, very cool. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this guy, and I would like to see him re-released. Takara Hasbro, if you wouldn't mind, because people would buy it. Don't you even know that? And Breakdown, you're going to have to get the Takara version of that, and the Gaia Unicorn. That's how the facts stand at the minute. Anything else, I'll let you know. You'll probably know before I do. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is an auto assembly favorite. Very, very nice little bot. He's a helicopter. What's not to like? Look at his face. He's just full of joy. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Now that's what I call a robot.